Hey guys, here's the update everyone's been waiting for. As you all know, a baby bird fell onto my deck, and we left off with checking the vent, finding the nest, and verifying that this little guy did in fact come from in there. And he even had a sibling, so we knew the parents would be back. I had one job left to do: get this baby home. It took me a few minutes to figure out how I was even going to do that. My hand wouldn't fit inside, and I'm also renting this house, so I was pretty nervous about taking the vent cover off, but thankfully it popped right off. I then started experimenting with every utensil I could find. I couldn't seem to find anything that would safely secure him while I was climbing up the ladder, but would also still rotate once it was inside. I finally found a spatula that seemed like my best option. I was still nervous about it, but it gave me enough room to maneuver him once he was inside the vent and carefully rotate him back into the nest. This is where things got really stressful. I know some of you are going to watch this and think there was a gentler way for me to do this, or I could have done something differently. At this point in the footage, you can see he's in the vent, but he's still not where I want him to be. He was still too close to the edge, and I was terrified he was just going to fall right back out. This is also where I decided to name him Mumble from Happy Feet, because I still have absolutely no idea how this tiny little bird managed to tumble all the way down this vent and end up falling onto my deck. I know this part may look bad, but trust me when I tell you it felt a whole lot worse doing it than it probably feels watching it right now. Imagine hanging over the side of your deck, using your phone as a live monitor in one hand, and a spatula in the other hand, trying to make tiny, gentle movements with a baby bird that is barely a day old. My hands were shaking, this little baby was so delicate, and I was absolutely terrified of hurting him. I was just trying my best to get him back to his family safely. After a few very stressful minutes, I finally got him flipped farther back into his little nest, and I could even see a little sibling in there waiting for him. I tucked some of the nesting material back into place and built the edge up a little bit so hopefully no one would roll back out. I'm pretty sure Mom and Dad weren't going to appreciate my redecorating, but I was just trying to keep everybody safe. I did notice that after opening the vent, the little flap just wanted to keep slamming shut. I had to wedge a small piece of skewer in the door to keep it open because the last thing I wanted was for the parents or babies to get trapped in there. I did put the cover back on because I was trying to leave their habitat the way I found it. I have to imagine they chose this spot for a reason, and I figured having the cover back on would help protect them from predators and the weather. By the time I was done, I looked up and there was Mom. She had been waiting nearby this entire time. All I could do now was step back, give her some space, and hope I had gotten Mumble back where he belonged.